So I want to show you very briefly how I did that. There's a detailed guide on how to make analysis. There are also videos available that show you how to do it. So I'm going to be very brief about it. So what I do is I click here on the plus button and I create a new inquiry space. I give a name and I click to create the ILS. And once I do that, a new space will appear in my area. So I click on the new space, and you have here the 5 phases that we have been discussing: orientation, conceptualization, investigation, conclusion, and discussion. You also have an about space, which is hidden from the students, so we can go here and hide whatever you want. And there's also the vault part where all the data of the activity is stored. So what I basically do is I go phase by phase and I fill in what I have from the blueprint into the authoring environment. So for the orientation, I copy paste the text here. So as you can see, if you're using a Word document, you might not exactly get what you wanted. You might have, for example, all the comments scrambled up and everything. So if you want to avoid that, an easy workaround is to copy your text first in a notepad and then copy paste from the notepad in the editor. So now things are much better. One thing you need to know about GoLab is that in order to make sure that we keep track of what the students are doing, if they're looking at the videos, if they're using the applications, we need to have all the videos and the resources outside the texts. So here what I want is one line, then a video, and then another 2 lines. So I'm only going to add this line here. So I'm going to delete the rest. So I only have this here now. And then I will go on and add my video. A video is a resource, so I go to resource and I will copy paste the URL from the comment to the resource, and here I can add maybe the name of the video, for example, and I click on add resource, and I accidentally added it twice, and you've got your video right here. And you can click on this button right here so you can see them all scrolling down. I will delete the second video I added. As you can see here, whenever I add a video, it also gives the description of the video right here. So you can either keep it there or just choose to delete it. So in my blueprint, underneath the video, I have 2 more lines I want to add. If you look at the authoring environment here, as you can see, I cannot do anything underneath the video. I can no longer write here, nor can I put my video up here. So every time you add a resource, what you need to do in order to continue writing, you have to add an editor. So in order to do that, you go add resource, you give a name, no URL, and you just add resource. So a text editor will appear right underneath the last resource. So here underneath the video I have 2 more lines, so just copy paste. I click on edit, I paste my my text, I do all necessary changes, and as you remember here I had a little hyperlink, so again I copy paste the link, I insert the link, copy paste, and insert. This is how I add a link. So what you want to do is, under every resource, if you want to continue adding text, you just need to click here to add resource, give a name, and it will create a new text editor for you. So here, let's see what we just created. I just click this sharing button and I click on standalone view. And this is what we just created here. And as you can see, the rest of the phases are empty. They only have the brief description that was there as default. So let's say I wanted to add a concept map in my activity. This is an application. So I click on add lab and add app, and I can choose from my list of applications. Let's say I want to add a concept mapper, for example. I click on concept mapper and it appears right here. Like I said, there is a detailed guide how to do this, so I will not continue showing you how to how to actually create the ILS inside the authoring environment. What I want to show you are a few tips on how to make it better looking and better for the teacher. So in order to make your life and other teachers' life easier, what you can do is you can use the comment section to add all the comments for the teacher. So here, for example, in orientation, I have these notes. I can copy paste the text that is for the teacher and go here in this section, which is not visible when I'm looking at the ILS. As you can see, it's not there. So I can go in this section in the authoring environment, click on the comments, and add the comments for the teacher right here. So this is a section that only the teacher will be able to see. So this is one useful tip on how to keep the tips for the teacher in every phase you want. Actually, I accidentally put this in the wrong phase here, but it doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. I just add the comment here. So I use this comment section in order to add the notes for the teacher. And let's say you have a document you want your students to see. So let's say you have a related theory, which is a document which is rather long. If you go and add this as a resource into your activity, let's put it in conceptualization, actually in investigation, for example. If I go and add this as a resource from here, you will see that it doesn't really look that good. It's going to be a little bit too long for the students to see within the phase. So this is what it would look like if I added it as a resource, which is not really what I want to do. So what I can do, instead of doing this, I will go here and delete it. What I can do is I can go into the About section of the activity, and I can add the resource here. Like I said before, the About section is hidden. There is no About section in the ILS. It's a hidden phase that you can only see through the authoring environment. So this document here will not be seen in the activity. However, if you click on it and you click in this button right here that says raw, you will get the file as a PDF, and you will have it available under this URL. So what I do is I copy this URL and I go back to the face I wanted to add it, so here, and I can just say I want to have some text, and I can go in this area here and says and hyperlink. Here. So once I finish editing, I click on view again. I go back to my activity, and let's see how it looks here. Every time you make a change in the authoring environment, you can keep the actual ILS in a separate tab here, and you just refresh so you can see the changes that you have made. You don't have to close and open the ILS every time you make a new something new. So if I go into investigation now, here I can see the text that I have added, and now the document is used as a hyperlink, which is much more neat, and I can have the file in a separate tab. So this can come in quite handy if you, for example, have a pretty extensive phase that you just want to add a guide that you don't necessarily have to have within the phase, but as a separate file. You can use this this little trick to have it available, but as a hyperlink and not directly within the actual phase. So whatever you want to have to your students, you can do it like this. Likewise, when you want to have some hidden files for the teacher, let's say an answer key, for example, you can do the same thing. You can go to the About section, and you can add here the files you want. Instead of you can also drag and drop things in here, and not just click to upload. So I have this answer key here. Again, I can have I can use this raw button and get the URL of the PDF alone. And what I can do is let's say I want to use this answer key in my investigation. I go to the investigation and I go to the comments here, and I say to the tutor, here is the answer key, and I copy paste the link. So when the teacher reaches investigation through the authoring environment, he will be able to see in the comments the link to the answer key, and he won't have to be looking around to find it, or he might not even know that it's there. So by adding the link right here, it makes it much more convenient for the teacher to have access to the answer key right when he or she needs it. Likewise, you can have all the images you want to use for the LS in one folder, and you can add them in the same fashion. Let's say I want to have a photo in conceptualization. I can either say add resource and upload the file like this, or I can just drag and drop it. It's the same thing. And now if I choose to have a look at what I did, you can see the two pictures I have added here. You can also choose to move things around. Let's say you want this image first, then the concept map, and then the other image. You can do that as well. One good thing about this authoring environment is that you don't have to click on save in order to save the changes you've made there. It's done automatically. So as you can see here, and I've got my image, then the concept map, and then the other picture. So to sum up very briefly, in order to create effectively an ILS, first of all, you need to know which lab or labs you want to be using. You have to be familiar with the template that you want to use, which scenario you want to use. And you might also want to have a brief overview which applications might look useful. The best way to go is to first create a blueprint like this, based on the given template. And in order to have easy access to all your materials, you can choose to add your URLs like this as comments in your blueprint. And of course you need to keep all the related material you have in a folder, so you can find them easily when you want to start creating the ILS within the authoring environment. And if you want to be as effective as possible when creating something like this, it is always best to keep plenty of comments for the teacher, and also plenty of materials like answer keys, like example concept maps, maybe some tips that worked for your class, for example, how it was best to organize your class, or what were the most common misconceptions that the students had during the activity. So you can keep all this kind of information for future reference for yourself or other teachers through this comment section. Or of course you can create a separate document like a report, and you can put it in the about section, where you can also keep other documents. And you can always use your about section to store all the documents you want to use as hyperlinks to your activity. So this is pretty much how you create an activity, and this is a complete activity. For further information on how to use the authoring environment, you can go on and have a look at the respective video. So this is all I had to tell you about how to easily create and prepare an ILS for Gallup. I hope you find this useful, and thank you very much for your time.